Welcome to Autofaze. This is the final video of the Turbo WS6 build.
Some more lighting.
Oh, thank you. This is the grand reveal video. Everything we've done from day one at Vasco till the very end.
When Travis first brought the car out to us, it was just in for a 4 LED E-swap. We were gonna be in and out, and then we decided to go turbo.
Yep.
And so this video is just gonna tell you about pretty much everything that we touched, every nut and bolt, everything we changed, and kind of give you an idea of how much work that actually goes into it and what's changed over the whole time.
It's a completely new setup, and we're excited to share it with you. And P.S., if you didn't see in the previous video, the engine's not pink anymore. So come along for the ride. I never imagined the Autofaze WS6 would turn into a turbo car, yet here we are. Custom Vasco speed, turbo kit, all built from scratch. And this is an absolute work of art in my opinion. I could just look at this all day. You know, I mean, just check it, just look at it, you know? Here's a 2.5 inch hot side, a little glimpse of the cold side, and everything just flows perfectly and seamlessly. A little glimpse of the turbo, we'll get more into that a little bit later, but check out this merge and how Brad designed it. Man, I absolutely love it. Wastegate dump is awesome, loving the details. JGS wastegate, ooh-wee, check out those welds. Overall wide angle of everything that we've done that we're getting ready to get into. Moroso oil pan, Moroso trans pan. The quality on these pans is really, really good. Treadstone air-to-air intercooler. The turbo air is going to cool down by going through the intercooler, zipping around, and going up to the engine and getting sucked in with some goodies that we'll talk about later. JGS blow-off valve. One of our main goals was to make the engine bay look as clean as possible. We spent a lot of time doing that, and I am stoked that I am finally sharing this and everything that we've done. What you're looking at here is a lot of hours and thought that has gone into this. BTR intake, BTR rails, Nick Williams 102 throttle body, nitrous outlet steam kit that's made for the BTR intake. For the turbo, we're rocking a billet 7875 from VS Racing that I won from a raffle a couple of years ago. That is sitting on a Maven mount. Now Brad custom made this bracket using chromoly, and it is attached to the water pump. That way if you ever want to take it on and off, you can. Turn 1 power steering pulley. Now we couldn't do all this to the bay and not have a good set of valve covers, so we threw on some Motion Raceworks valve covers, rocking a Motion Raceworks catch can. It's mounted down low, out of the view of the engine bay. It's mounted across from the turbo. You can drain it easily under the car. Motion Raceworks overflow for the radiator can also be drained once the bumper is on. Let's talk about the fuel system. Aeromotive boost reference fuel pressure regulator, fuel injector Clinic 1200cc injectors. Now onto the pump, MagnaFuel 750, which we customized the rear bumper support and mounted it there. Everything is up high, nice and tight, 10 feed, and a number 8 return. For the fuel lines and fittings, we're rocking Fergola. The soft lines run into a Fergola hard line, and once it gets to the bay, it goes back. Fuel system was a lot of fun to make, especially, you know, custom making these lines. So you're probably asking yourself, if we have an external pump, what did we do with the tank? Well, let me show you. We decided to sump the factory tank using the Bean. A lot of diesel guys run this and have a lot of good experience, so we decided to rock this setup, and I gotta say, it turned out really good. I know a lot of people are gonna ask, since we're back here, what suspension do you have on the car? We didn't do the suspension on this phase of the build, but I'll go ahead and dive into it. We're rocking the TRZ anti-roll bar, BMR springs, Viking coilovers. Of course, as we see, we're dipping over here. We saw the rear end. This is you're right, that's not a GM rear end. That is a built 8.8 rear end that uses the 10 bolt axle tubes. I don't know if I said it or not, but Viking double adjustables, UMI lower control arms and lower control arm brackets. We couldn't leave the torque arm stock, of course. That's a Midwest chassis tunnel mount torque arm. Viking double adjustables up front. Wire tuck on the passenger side was achieved by tucking the harness under. We put a piece of sheet metal that in case we ever hit a bump and rub through the wheel liner, the harness won't get damaged. Brad had the awesome idea to modify a piece of chromoly and attach it to the transmission and cooler lines and the ground, so that makes this really rigid. We're rocking a True Cool 40K transmission cooler behind the intercooler, which keeps the transmission really cool. the stand-up Griffin radiator, Durelli 16925 fans. These fans will push some absolute air. Now we have these wired using the Racetronics dual parallel HD kit. So and these fans do kick on and off just like factory, because this is still a factory PCM car, so that's controlling it. There's another glimpse at the Vikings, BMR Turbo K member, and the BMR lower A-arm. Circle D 4L80E custom spec converter. Last but not least, let's talk about the battery relocation kit. We are rocking a Flaming River push-pull, BMR tray, and the TIC Performance battery cable kit. I am really excited to hear this thing run, so let's go ahead and pull that out, fire it up. Ready?
Yeah, see if it cranks.
Works. Heck yeah, that's awesome.
It starts.
Yeah, started pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, literally, Ryan pretty quick.
Mike with Impact Tow giving us a tow to KC Max so we can get a tune on this bad boy. I'm excited to drive it. We have arrived. There's the master behind the computer. Gonna get us a nice space tune. Make it work. We're about to go on a drive. Off we go. I knew the alignment was going to be off. How do the brakes feel?
Good.
Okay, that's good.
We stopped. We stopped. We have more pedal for to go. We're good.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, I mean, we've basically, besides the rear suspension, everything's been off, you know?
So to make you nervous, or you
so like,
asking you if the brakes are working?
Yeah, so you're kind of the guinea pig to drive it first.
sensor.
Yeah, it already. I'm telling you, it already is drilled.
And whatever the torque arm noise is right here.
Yeah, we had some torque arm noise on that last like semi pull, so I need to address that. But hey, it runs and drives on its own. That's pretty rad. Ryan, thanks,
And it
appreciate
idles.
it. Idle's great. Real quick, shout out to Kent with Wilson Garage. We had some map sensor issues at the beginning of this, and I thought we were going to have to tow it back since the map sensor is on the back of the intake like it is from the factory. I called Kent, man, he rushed up here to pick us up, but it all worked out, so we're actually going to trailer at home. So man, thank you so much.
Not a big deal, man.
And he's building a turbo 2 valve, and so if you get a chance, check out his channel. He's a little, like me, he's a little behind on the channel updates, but this is another local guy, and we'll be seeing him at the track soon. He's kind of doing the same thing we are with this car. You hear someone ripping it in the background, that's just how we do around here. So Kent, you want to say anything?
Yeah, I mean, just happy to help. Autofaze, make sure you like and subscribe. Get those subs up.
There you go, man. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute adventure. It's so awesome this thing's finally running. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one.